Writing has been my greatest source of validation. So I want to share some things that I have written in hopes that it can bring some enlightenment or some peace. A lot of us think that we're crazy or irrational when we surrender to our humanness, to the integration of the heart, mind, body, and soul. So I'm going to read this because writing is is my form of communicating, even though I don't normally share a lot of what I write. And a lot of it is journalistic type, for me to process my irrational or thoughts or feelings. But I think it's very helpful and it will be helpful for me to find my voice by reading what I have written. So here you go. I'm not sure my heart wants to experience much more heartbreak. It truly has taken enough abuse and discreditation. My heart wants to be seen by any means necessary. If it stays hidden, it will only cause more pain and suffering. The pain and suffering has gone on long enough. Not being seen or heard has left it feeling alone and isolated. Like it doesn't matter. It does matter. It always has, but I rejected it right along with everyone else who believed it was safer to let the mind take control. My heart is strong and beautiful. It deserves to be seen, heard, and understood, and not in the way of proving itself, but in the way of true, authentic connection. The beauty of the heart is how it connects humans through more than interests and things in common. It is deep and a feeling that doesn't need anything but acknowledgement and daily awareness. Awareness that allows for focus and integration. The beauty of the heart is that its power is gentle and intuitive. It helps to regulate emotions and increases empathy. A healthy heart will always consider others' perspectives and points of view. Therefore, allowing the heart to be seen and heard is an act of empathy. It is a demonstration of empathy because it models what it means to love yourself. It allows yourself and others to feel things from the heart's perspective, which is very different than a perspective that is dismisses the heart. The heart deserves consideration and a voice regardless of whether we agree with it or not. It genuinely has a say in our lives. It creates sensations within our bodies to remind us to pay attention and consider the heart's perspective and wisdom. The more we share our hearts, the more connected we feel. As the heart is our feeling center, and not knowing how you feel increases pain, suffering, and confusion about the meaning and purpose of your life. The heart has been given a bad reputation because we are confused by its purpose. Its purpose is to connect us with our soul. It carries our pain for us when we are not in tune with the power of our heart. It carries the pain of rejection and the pain of loss. I am grateful for my heart's resilience, especially since I have rejected it as a source of power and completeness. I abused my heart and my humanness by silencing the heart. The heart is my passion, my joy, my influence, and desire. The heart has shown that life is worth living. It lights up my body and illuminates my soul. I was not aware of this light because the mind carried such darkness when I thought about the light. It created a wall to block out the light when the sensations became too overwhelming and confusion. This is fight or flight, as they call it in the psychological world. Not being able to identify the sensation in the body as the heart communicating its wisdom. I am not aware of what I'm experiencing, so it registers as confusion or overwhelm. Being able to recognize and listen to the sensation in the body connects me to my heart, giving it a voice, an opportunity to ease that confusion and calm the mind. This allows the entire nervous system to respond rather than react. Fight or flight is a trauma response created by denying the sensations in the heart. It is a misunderstanding of what is happening in the body to react to the environment. We feel something but don't understand why. This triggers the fear of the unknown, causing confusion and, depending on the person, behaviors that were created to protect the heart. Behaviors that eventually damage the heart and body further. The heart deserves to be heard and seen, regardless of the misunderstandings of the sensations it creates. Get curious and loving about those sensations, and it will connect you to the heart and awaken the heart in others. I wrote this probably a couple months ago. And today I read it and wanted to elaborate further. So I wrote more. And this has been my salvation. Because the more I write about the same thing, the more wisdom and integration and love flows through me. Even in times when I don't feel necessarily rational. So this is what I wrote today. Conscious awareness of the heart is our greatest tool as humans. And what I mean by conscious awareness is coming back to the heart anytime the mind is restless and racing. It is the way out of the suffering the mind can create with intrusive and racing thoughts. It is a tool to integrate the heart and calm the mind. People like to think that feelings are irrational, and that is why we learn to use the mind to deny the heart. We shut off the heart, and this only makes the mind weaker. We cannot go through life being afraid of being irrational. Always thinking about how we should feel is our greatest downfall. Allow yourself to be irrational and observe those thoughts and feelings to be seen and heard. You will learn a great deal about your authentic self with this practice. It starts off by just observing without judgment. Then we can slowly add love into the mix. This means as we are observing, we say kind things to ourselves like, I have been through a lot, and my irrational thoughts and feelings are a byproduct of that. Then you start to challenge the darkness within with love and grace. The heart aids in this because it has undying wisdom about the things you long for and desire. The heart starts to soften the irrational, and you realize that you genuinely do not like the person you have become, denying all the pain stored in your heart. You sit with this truth and ask yourself, why do I hate myself? This is where the transformation of your irrational thoughts begins. It starts with observing without judgment, then regulation of the heart, then questioning the mind, and lastly, integration of the heart, mind, body, and soul. You learn about all the separateness within your body created to keep you safe when you were not given the chance to explore them all with love and curiosity. We are so hard on our humanness that the only way to genuinely appreciate and love ourselves is to create safety within the body, so that all the ways we deny ourselves can come together and create that safety. Safety within the body is how we cure mental illness. Mental illness is the byproduct of rejecting the heart and soul. Living only in the mind without integration causes the mind to feel isolated and irrational. It needs to be unified with the other parts of who we are to feel whole and safe. We are sold so many ways to continue this madness, and many even become dependent on these products. It's like the way of life or lifestyle becomes a void. All the parts of me I don't understand, irrational, so I can stay safe. But does it make you feel safe? No. It only makes you believe that you are incapable of handling all of who you are, and the cycle of dependency and addiction becomes your lifestyle. What I'm speaking about there is we live in a world of consumerism, and in a world of fear, in a world that sells us products to relieve those fears, or at least we think they do. But it's really just like our medical system, masking symptoms. It's not getting to the root of the problem. And it creates more suffering because we're financially beholden to this world of consumerism and all of these products that can keep us denying who we are as humans. Humans are not just the mind. They are the heart, the body, the soul, the nervous system. I mean, our entire body is connected to our brain. Think about it. The brain needs regulation in all of these parts of who we are. And when we live in a world that denies parts of who we are and gives us products to fix who we are or suppress who we are, then all we become is dependent on the things that were created to keep us in that suffering and fear. What I wrote about is how we get out of that, how we take our power back, how we start to love every part of our being, even though we're told that some things are unacceptable, irrational, and make us crazy. But it's all of those things that we're told that makes us crazy about who we are. It's important to be curious and loving with who we are, even the things we don't like, even the things that we don't understand or fear. Lean into that. Being curious about those things is how we become whole. And that is what I wanted to say. So thank you for listening, and I hope you got some insight and about many things. And if you like what you hear and you want to hear more, please like this video and subscribe. I love you all.